Hi, ladies and gents. This is our first math lesson today. I hope you're excited. So we're going to actually start out with a game today. And so I'm going to flash a 10 frame. And I want you to see if you can guess how many dots are in the 10 frame. Just like that. Okay? Okay, I'll show it one more time. Okay, so how many were in there? So we have 4 in this 10 frame. So thinking about this 10 frame and thinking about how many more I would need to make 10, what would I have to add, or how many dots would I have to add to this 4 to get a complete 10 frame? How many do you think that would be? Yeah, it would be 6. So if I wrote a number sentence, that would say 4 plus something would equal 10. So it would look something like this, okay? And so you all figured out that your missing number was 6, so I would need 6 more. Just to go over a little bit about a number sentence, you know that you have a part, and these are the two things that you are adding together, and then this is your whole. Now, lots of times I'll say 4 plus 6 is the same as 10, okay? Lots of times you'll hear people say 4 plus 6 is equal to 10. But this side of the number sentence has to equal this side. So they have to equal the same amount. So 4 plus 6 is the same as 10 or equals 10. And 10 is your answer, your solution, okay? All right, let's try another. Okay. How many? How many? Okay. Did you guess 7? 7, 7. If you did, you're correct. So how many would I have to add to this 7 to get a full or complete 10 frame? How many would that be? Yeah, it would be 3. So again, that number sentence would look something like this. 7 plus something equals 10. And so my something this time is 3. Remember, this is our part, this is our part, this is our whole. So 7 plus 3 is the same as 10. Okay, they're equal on both sides. All right, next one. We're going to speed it up a little bit. Oh, that was an easy one. One more. How many is it? Yeah, it's 1. How many would I have to add to this 1 to make a complete 10 frame? Yeah, it would be 9. So 1 plus 9 is the same as 10. Okay, next one. How many? How many? Yeah, it's 5. So how many would I have to add to this 5 to equal a full or complete 10 frame? Yeah, I'd have to have 5 more. It's a double fact. 5 plus 5 is the same as 10. All right, next one. All right, how many? 8. Yep, you got it. How many would I have to add to this 8 to get to 10 or to get a complete 10 frame? Yeah, 2 more. Absolutely. Okay, I'm going to throw a tricky one in here. Are you ready? How many is there? 0. Okay, that's a number. Okay, that's a digit. It's an important digit. So the number sentence for this would look like this. 0 plus something equals 10. Well, what's my missing number? What am I going to have to add to 0, or how many dots do I need to make a complete 10 frame? Yeah, it would be 10. So 0 plus 10 is the same as 10. So I would need 10 dots here. Okay, we are going to move on to using our Reckon Racks. Now, when you picked up your folders at school last week, you should have had a clear bag that had a Reckon Rack in it. Now, mine looks a little different. Yours should have been a little blue cardboard that had 2 rows. So it'll have one row that looks like this. It'll have a second row that looks like that. And that's all that yours was, okay? So you didn't see anything below this, but I have a larger one just to use to show you. So what I want to do is I want to have you practice just a little bit with your Reckon Rack, and we're going to practice using it just a bit, and we're going to practice counting, okay? So when we practice counting, we know that on one row, we have how many? Yeah, on one row, we have 10. So we have 5 red, we have 5 white, and so altogether that makes 10. So we have 10. Well, if we count, and I'm going to scoot these over so you can actually see. If we count, and I move these over one at a time, we call this something called a say 10 way, okay? And so I've got 10 here, so I'm going to say 10, 1, 10, 2, 10, 3, 10, 4, 10, 5, 10, 6, 10, 7, 10, 8, 10, 9, and then this is 2 10s. So 2 10s is what I have on these top 2 rows. Now, whatever we do in math forward, we also want to be able to do backwards. So we're going to practice it just a little bit, okay? So let's say I have 10, 5, okay? 10, 5 is what I'm starting with. We're going to count backwards, okay? So 10, 5, 10, 4, 10, 3, 10, 2, 10, 1, 10. So now I have 10 here, okay? We're going to try forwards again. 10, 1, 10, 2, 10, 3, 10, 4, 10, 5, 10, 6, 10, 7. Okay, we're going to go backwards again. 10, 7, 10, 6, 10, 5, 10, 4. So I want you to practice that. If you're not very familiar with it, practice it, okay? Just fool around with it a little bit so that you can get used to using your Reckon Rack. Reckon Racks are really, really good tools that will help you with some simple addition, subtraction, okay? And even some more complex skills as we move on up. All right, so one other thing that I want to show you before I end our video today, and you've got an actual video of our lesson 1 to watch too. In our lesson, you will see that they have number sentences that might look something like this. So we have a 10 plus 1. We have part, and you have to figure out your solution. You have to figure out the whole, which would be 11, we know. But then they might turn it around on you, okay? And so then they might say, what is the same as 10 plus 1? So then they've got the solution blank over here, or the whole over here is the same as 10 plus 1. Now, does that change your problem? No, that doesn't change your problem. Does it change how the problem looks a little bit? Yes, it does change how it looks a little bit, but it does not change your problem, okay? So don't let that mix you up. Don't let that confuse you. Your solution is still 11, okay? So I wanted to give you that heads up before we went into our actual lesson. All right, enjoy your lesson. Try really, really hard, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.